I missed the NFL Street game. When it came out in PlayStation 2, I was playing like Madden and 2K a little bit too much. Now I played NBA Street and it was awesome. So I'm sure NFL Street was incredible. But every sports video game from like 2003 to 2005 was incredible.
That's
awesome.
facts, 100% facts.
It peaked right there.
Even I remember the NFL like 2K, was it 4 with
K5 with T.O.
on the cover? Fantastic.
MVP Baseball 2005 was the greatest baseball game ever made. NBA Live 2004 and 5 was great.
MLB Slugfest.
Madden 2004 and 5 was still great. MLB Slugfest. NHL Hits.
The one with Soriano on the cover on the Rangers.
Yeah, it's just so many great fucking games. Tiger Woods 2005 back at that moment was incredible. All right, Pick Central, hello, brought to you by the Barstool Sportsbook. The Barstool Sportsbook is the best place to go to have friendly wagers on games. They've got picks and parlays from people like Big Cat, El Prez, Brandon Walker, and other personalities to follow or fade.
What does the ad read say? Can you do that again?
I actually read it before this time.
Got tons of ways to bet. They've got daily odds boost, including Marty Mush's GPS boost, which you can bet tonight. They've got live in-game bets. You can move the line plus teasers. And you've got Parlay Plus to bet within the same games or across sports. It's easy to navigate and use. They've got data and content to keep you informed. Easy and secure registration. More ways to deposit and withdraw. Download today and create an account. By the way, you can also be following Stephen Che's NBA plays, which are just absolutely still on fire. He gave us a boots-on-the-ground parlay, 4-1 yesterday, hit in the third quarter.
Shit.
And it was,
I didn't play that. His initial play lost.
Yeah, well, his boots on the ground parlay hit, and as we watch everybody go eat the free food upstairs and walk by us. Download today and create an account. You get a $1,000 new player bonus. If your first bet loses, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Again, you must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. How you guys doing? I got Big Ev to my left. Hello?
Horrible.
I've got Marty to my left. Hello?
What's wrong with you?
I got smoked yesterday.
You a bad gambler?
Absolutely smoked. Horrible.
You pulled a Bosco?
I went 1-8 yesterday, where the one win was UNC missing the 2 free throws.
Did you guys see that? That was unbelievable.
But the fact that it was even like that was.
We're going to talk about that game in a little bit, because as much as you bitched about the refs yesterday, boy, that game was interesting towards the end.
They were winning the game with under a minute and almost didn't cover 4.5.
I know.
And he got blessed not to cover 4.5.
We'll talk about that in a minute. We got a lot to talk about. This is probably a low point in the history of Pick Central. We have had many people come and talk gambling and sports, but we haven't had to go dumpster diving yet. But today, Megan Making Money is not here. Smitty is enjoying the life that he's somehow carved out for himself. And I now turn to the host of Chris Klemmer Presents The Recrotchables, Two Nuts Talking Ball, a sports movie podcast featuring Brandon Walker. His name is Chris Klemmer.
Hello. This is very exciting. Pick Central. How about that, huh?
How about that?
Yeah, pretty good.
Look at us, man.
Yep.
Look at us, me and you.
Yep.
Just two peas in a
Two nuts talking ball.
horrible pod. All right, how you doing?
Good. I spent most of my day last night obsessing about the Hall of Fame.
Okay, cool. I didn't ask.
Yeah. Well, you did ask how I was doing, so that's kind of like
I did.
still in that.
So you called, and Marty, listen to this. He said yesterday was did you call it the best day of the winter?
Absolutely. The best day of the best weekday of the winter.
The best weekday of the winter,
yes.
Because in the morning you had Oscar nominations, and in the evening you had Baseball Hall of Fame announcement.
Brandon, I keep how many Cokes this guy drinks a day.
How many is he averaging?
He's averaging about 2.5 a day.
2.5 Cokes a day?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
No, it's not bad.
But he starts at 11.
Oh, wow, he's drinking one right now.
Yeah, and I mean, he tells me stupid. It's the longest it hasn't snowed in so long.
That's right, we're almost at a record.
Yeah.
I think if it doesn't snow today, it looks like we'll probably get the record.
It's not going to snow today.
Right. So, it'll be the longest New York's ever gone to start a winter without it snowing.
I also asked him to get lunch yesterday at 1 o'clock. He said, I can't. I have a show at 3. I was like, bro, are you serious?
I was in the middle of something as well, but I want to be around. I want to make sure I'm available and around.
Available for what?
Whatever's needed. But if Pick Central needed me. I had to be there.
It was.
I'm here today.
I love Klemmer though.
We have a meeting after the Yak today to talk about
Chris Klemmer
presents Recrotchables,
Two Nuts Talking Ball,
a sports
movie podcast featuring Brandon Walker.
So we have a meeting to talk about the future of that show.
Right.
Whether I'm going to allow it to go out or not. What do you think?
I think it's a very bright future. People are talking about it. People are excited. Imagine the merch we'd sell with that name.
Yeah. Anybody who would buy that merch, I don't want to meet in real life.
I think anyone who buys that merch, I might give them a hug.
Oh God! I bet a hug from you would cut.
There you go.
Did they walk away from the hugs all stab wounds?
Yeah.
I
don't know, man.
Is your guys combined age 90?
No.
86.
86.
86.
Yeah.
We're both 43.
Yep.
Oh, you're both.
But he is.
He's older.
He's much older than me.
He's older. You're
fine.
You're 7 months older than I am.
In time spent on this earth, I am older. He's older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm more fun than him.
You're like a 60-year-old man.
You're so grumpy.
Can you tell me again why yesterday was the best day of the winter?
You had the Oscar nominations at 8:30 in the morning, and then at 6 p.m. you had the Baseball Hall of Fame announcement.
That is a 70-year-old man thing to get excited about.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's absolutely a 70-year-old man thing to get
you
excited.
also do simulate baseball games.
No, I'm not going to hate on that.
At night, yeah.
I love that too.
Yeah, what I've been doing now is I've been getting all the players, so anyone who's ever played Major League Baseball, and I'll start in 1901, under 1901 rules. So like Mickey Mantle in 1901, he only had 7 home runs, but he has a really high batting average. You have pitchers, throwing 40 games a year. Great.
Not fun.
I go through each year,
Were you? I imagine were you when you were a kid? Were you a keep the book guy? I'm not saying on the team. Get home, watch the game,
score.
In your parents' living room.
Absolutely, and I score games now. When I go to games now, I score them.
Yeah,
you bring the book with you.
Yeah, I have a special book.
Born to do that.
That's what I'm saying. I had to say it because I was like, I have friends that have done it.
And you can't talk to him during the game because if he misses a little strike on his book,
You got to keep track of every pitch.
I don't do every pitch. I only do the plays. I'm not crazy.
It's only F9.
Yes.
You're not crazy.
My book is a waterproof cover. It's very
my
good.
God.
In case it rains,
And when it rains, look, guys, look, it's not getting wet.
It's over.
I just
It's going flying down.
I'm not going anywhere.
You do it just for the Mets?
No, any game I go to.
Any game you go to?
Yeah.
So will you still do it at home or no?
No, I don't do it at home.
Okay.
Come on, guys.
I'm saying when you were younger, you did it at home.
Yeah. Especially at the World Series. I remember doing the 1990 World Series and being. I think I did every pitch for that one.
The Reds and the A's?
Yeah, I only went 4 games. I was bummed out.
It only went 4 games.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, they swept them.
Nothing gets by you, huh?
Did you do the next year? Because that was a better World Series.
I didn't, but I was. I did. I did the plays, but I was crushed.
Do you think 1991 is the best World Series of all time?
Best one I've ever seen.
Yeah.
People say 1960 is better.
Yeah, but 1960, the Yankees won games 16-3. They had these blowout games in between the Pirates winning close games.
Completely agree.
Whereas in 1991, 5 of the 7 games were one-run games.
I think 1960 and 2001 have more in common than.
So 2001 did
a great 7th game, but it had those blowouts in the middle as well.
Yeah, but 2001 you had the 2 walk-offs by against Byung-Hun Kim in back-to-back days, right?
Right.
And then you had a walk-off in the finale, so there were blowouts around those? I don't remember.
Yeah. Remember Game 6 especially was bad.
Diamondbacks blew them out.
Yeah.
Okay. That Diamondbacks team was just such a team full of mercenaries. It was all free agents.
Of course, no shit, Brandon. They were around for 4 years.
That's what I'm saying.
These home run players. They were only.
I didn't
for
say
4 years at that point.
No, I'm just saying it was just like this.
So was the '97 Marlins.
Matt Williams, Mark Grace, Luis Gonzalez. By the way, Luis Gonzalez. I mean, the fact that we allowed Luis Gonzalez to even happen. We should have stopped baseball then. Said steroids. You got to get rid of steroids.
Yeah,
this guy can't go from.
That might have been a tell, huh?
14 home runs to 57, and then the celebration picture, his arms are bulging out of his shirt. But
number retired, I believe. By this
if you guys will excuse me, I'm going to talk to Klemmer about the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
And you can weigh in whenever you'd like. But I don't expect you to because we're not talking about the 2019 Yankees because that's all you fucking know about.
I'm surprised these guys aren't more interested because a lot of these guys played when these guys were kids.
They don't give a fuck about anything, these two.
I like Scott Rowland.
I like Scott Rowland. Like Scott Rowland, he should be
Great
in the Hall of
player.
Fame.
I didn't realize he played from 1996 to 2012. Why has he played that long?
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was around in 96, I guess. Anyway,
One rookie year in 97.
Scott Rowland is a baseball Hall of Famer.
Yes.
He was voted into the Baseball Hall of Fame yesterday. Your thoughts?
I'm happy. Great defensive player. When he was playing, I never thought of him as a Hall of Famer. Like I don't remember watching Scott Rowland in 2006 and going, that's a Hall of Famer. But if you look at the whole package, especially when we know more about defensive stats now, he was a Hall of Fame. He was a great third baseman. He wasn't as great as Adrian Beltre, but he was a great third baseman. He won a World Series, and he was a very good player. And I think sometimes we hold third baseman to too high a standard. There's very few third basemen in the Hall of Fame. And I think to compare a third baseman stats to a first baseman stats is unfair. So I'm all for Rowland getting in.
How many third basemen are in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know the total.
Relative to all the...
Oh, I think it's the least.
Is it?
Every position, yeah.
Scott Rowland's 70.1 career wins above replacement.
Strong.
He hit 281 for his career. He had 316 home runs. He had 2,077 hits. But he was also 8 Gold Gloves, I think.
I think he had a 25 WAR for defense alone.
Okay. Now, let's talk about who did not get in.
Yes, and this infuriates me.
Which one makes you madder, Helton or Andrew Jones?
Andrew Jones.
Andrew Jones, career wins above replacement, 62.7. He was a 254 hitter. He had 434 home runs. He had 1,933 hits. He had 10 Gold Gloves, and not only I feel like Gold Gloves is shorting him a little bit because his gloves should have been like diamond. It should have been like above everybody else. He was the best defensive center fielder, maybe in the history of the game.
No argument here. He's the best one I've ever seen.
So here's who I compare him to Hall of Fame wise. Okay, are you ready? Okay. A lot of people will compare him to the home runs and this. No, to me, it's like Ozzie Smith. Ozzie Smith was a first ballot Hall of Famer. Yep. Now, he couldn't hit his way out of a paper bag. He accumulated some numbers along the way, but he's a first ballot Hall of Famer because he was the best defensive shortstop we had ever seen, and we had so many highlights of him. He came along at the right time. We had the highlights. He was the best defensive player we'd ever seen at shortstop. He got in immediately. Andrew Jones is the Ozzie Smith of center fielders, and he does not get in.
Andrew Jones is better than the Ozzie Smith of center fielders because Andrew Jones, was a great hitter on top of it. He had a 5-year stretch where he averaged 38 homers or more. He was a very great player. It's a crime he's not in. Absolutely.
You two remember Andrew Jones' career at all?
Yeah, I mean, obviously remember. I mean, we probably didn't get those
You get the peak.
Peak in late 90s. Like I was like 5 years old, but I remember him very well on the Braves. Like I definitely remember him on the team, and
he hit 2 home runs in World Series Game 1 in Yankee Stadium. The Braves should have won that World Series. They choked it.
He's a rookie.
They choked it bad. As a rookie, he hit 2 home runs in Yankee Stadium in a 12-1 win, and then they ended up choking the World Series.
Andrew with a U, right?
Andrew with a U.
That's why I don't always remember that.
And I think his.
It's nice that you remember the important things.
That is important. For me, center fielders was Torrey Hunter was like the best center fielder.
Yeah,
I've
me
ever seen
too.
In my life.
Yeah. Andrew was better.
He was better as a defensively.
Yeah, Torrey Hunter just became the face of robbing home runs.
Andrew Jones robbed everything. He'd rob singles. He'd rob everything.
I think maybe Torrey Hunter was cooler then. Just because
for our era, he just was like the king of Sports Center. Like
he
just
was
make all
top
these
10 every
robbing every home run, like making these crazy plays in center field.
The thing about Andrew Jones is you didn't see him make as many diving catches as like a Jim Edmonds because he got to everything.
Right.
He
had Willie Mays syndrome. He made it look too easy.
Yeah, he like got to everything. He would cover like this.
Saying Jim Edmonds was a little slower and he had to.
I think Jim Edmonds knew where the camera was at all times.
He was like the king of diving catches.
I thought Jim Edmonds, I think sometimes would slow down a little bit to make sure he had a diving catch. Jim Edmonds knew.
Jim Edmonds still knows where the camera is. Isn't he involved in some like reality TV shows now? I think Jim Edmonds always knows.
Now,
the camera
I'm not saying that about his signature catch where it was the Willie Mays diving. That's one of the greatest catches of all time. But Jim Edmonds put on a little bit.
He was like a showman defender, but he's still like during his prime was one of the most elite offensive outfielders in baseball.
He's very good.
I have a take that might sound stupid, but when you do play outfield, diving for the ball is easier than trying to run to it straight on. Because one, your eyes are bouncing, and when you're diving, you're like on the plane of it. I don't know why, but whenever I dove, it found it easier to catch it than, obviously not when you're like completely diving out. But when you do like get to it and you kind of slide to it, makes it a lot easier.
could never make my mind could never allow me to dive headfirst for a ball. I would always slide.
You know how you stop your eyes from bouncing?
How?
Open your mouth when you run.
Really?
Yeah, that's how baseball players run. When they run with their mouth open.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
See, there's some insight from Marty. He played outfield. He played college ball.
I didn't know he played college. I know he played wiffle ball.
No, he played college ball.
I didn't know he played college.
When we
He had 325 his senior year.
I didn't know that.
355. When we get to the desk, I'll show you some stats.
All right.
Three. I'm almost sure it was 325, but
It's 355.
I think I would know, Marty. Had a bad junior year though.
Sophomore year, I stopped drinking.
He stopped drinking.
Oh. Did you start again senior year?
Freshman, junior, and senior year, I drank. My coach told me to stop drinking. I went 0 for 8. He said, "You better keep drinking, because when you're hungover, you focus more."
Wish I had the shakes.
Mickey Mantle theory.
That's right. Andrew Jones, one more note on him. A big reason he's not in, he doesn't have 2,000 hits in his career. The baseball writers have not voted for a player with less than 2,000 hits in 50 years.
That's fine, and that does suck. But there have been 4 players in the history of baseball with 400 home runs and 10 Gold Gloves. The first 3 are in. Now, they were all first ballot. The thing about it, when you say that, you have to acknowledge that Andrew Jones isn't on the level of any of those 3 guys. Because the 3 guys, I think, were Mike Schmidt, Ken Griffey Jr., and Willie Mays. So they were getting in regardless. But I think Andrew Jones should be in. I think Dale Murphy should be in. I think a lot of people should be in. Do you think Todd Helton should be in?
I didn't for a couple of years. The more I look at it, the more I see maybe the Coors Field effect isn't as much as I thought, and I've come around on him.
Big Ev, do you do this? I don't look at the stats. I think of just like how I view them. Like Todd Helton, I think yes, just because he was such like kind of a legend to me.
I'll tell you the stats, Marty. 61.8 wins above replacement. What is the threshold for an elite wins above replacement? As far
For a
as
Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
I start taking it serious when I see 60. You'll see some guys between 40 and 60 that get in, and that's kind of like the middle ground for me for Hall of Fame.
But 60 is like
anything under 40. This really probably is not something you should consider.
All right, so Todd Helton
60, he breaks the 60 threshold.
61.8 wins above replacement. We can talk later about what that is if you'd like. 2,500 hits, 369 home runs, 1,406 RBIs, 316 career average, and Todd Helton, by the way, still has the all-time how the fuck did that not win the MVP year in baseball history.
Yeah, was it 2000?
It was 2000. I'm just going to look it up right now. But I want to say he hit 372.
His average was insane that year.
He 372 with 46 home runs.
Is that the year Kent won?
I believe it was.
Yep.
I believe 2000 is the year that that Kemp won. Go ahead, Big Ed.
Well, to me, it just throws me off where I agree with Klemmer. It's almost these Rocky players, they almost get too much hatred. Where think about a guy like him, like obviously you can point to like power numbers and stuff and the ball carrying more there, but the guy hit 316. Like the hitting in Coors Field doesn't help your hand-eye coordination.
No. I want y'all to listen.
Over 3,000 hits or close to 3,000 hits.
I want y'all to listen.
2,500, 316 career average. Like that's phenomenal.
This.
I mean,
in 2000, Todd Helton hit 372. That led the league. His on-base percentage was 463, led the league. His slugging percentage 698, led the league. OPS 1162, led the league. Total bases 405, led the league.
Wow.
147 RBIs, led the league. 42 home runs, 59 doubles, led the league. 216 hits, led the league.
59 doubles?
59
over
doubles.
The records was 63, right?
For 100 extra base hits.
In the MVP race, he finished 5th.
5th?
That's crazy.
He finished 5th.
Not even 2nd?
He finished 5th in the MVP race.
Must have done something wrong.
372.
It's the Coors Field effect.
372.
No. I mean, that's what the writers.
That is what they did. But even so, that's the greatest Coors Field season in the history of baseball. It has to be.
That's insane.
216 hits.
It's. I mean, the 59 doubles.
372.
You know what's crazy now? Like when we're like Klemmer's age and Brandon's age, like the averages won't be in the 300s.
That's what I was like. 372.
All right.
Well, they are ending the shift, so you might.
Here we go.
Maybe,
You ready?
yeah.
Trivia question.
Okay.
Name the 4 players who finished above Todd Helton in the 2000 MVP race?
I mean, I obviously know Kent won. I'd guess Bonds.
By the way, Kent 334, 33 home runs, 124 RBIs. Bonds finished second, 306, 49 home runs, 106 RBIs.
Was that the Galarraga year?
Was not. Dumbass.
Yep, that's me. I don't know. I'd say Sosa. I know Sosa had, but I don't.
Well, you're wrong.
Yeah.
A catcher and an outfielder. Think of who played in the World Series that year.
2000 was the
Think of who's your team.
Yankees and the Mets. Yeah, Piazza.
Why did he get that before you?
The second you said catcher, I thought I was like,
I don't know. I don't know who
Piazza.
finished third in every year.
And then fourth was an outfielder who hit 295 with 42 home runs, 108 RBIs.
Wasn't Sean Green, was it?
How does that beat Helton?
It doesn't. It shouldn't.
I don't know. What team?
The St. Louis Cardinals.
Oh, Edmonds.
It is Jim Edmonds, yes. Is there anybody else on the list of Hall of Fame ballot that you think is getting screwed right now?
Well, not right now because he's not on the ballot. Jeff Kent. I know we're talking about him a little bit, but like Jeff Kent absolutely deserves to be in. That's the biggest crime. He is the second baseman with the most home runs in history. No second baseman has more home runs than Jeff Kent.
Huh. How about that? He's disliked because he was an asshole, right?
Yeah, I think he was kind of a prick.
He was kind of a prick. On a team with Barry Bonds, he was known as the biggest asshole.
I don't think he's the biggest asshole, though. But, yeah, I think he could be difficult.
But, okay, so
He's on Survivor.
is he steroids?
Was.
Is he steroids?
Jeff Kent.
I don't think he was. He was never implicated. So I think at some point you got to...
I have a question. Now, how come some steroid guys are blacklisted and guys like David Ortiz got in?
Well, David Ortiz failed a drug test in 2003, and it was supposed to remain anonymous, and it was leaked. But other than that, David Ortiz never publicly failed a drug test. David Ortiz also was very popular with the media. He would take the media out on vacations to various places. So David Ortiz is very savvy.
That's what you should do.
Played the long game.
Yeah.
You should take Stoolies out on vacation to get back in with everybody.
Yeah, that's be a lot though.
That's fine.
Real poor.
You got it. Just borrow the money from what's her name?
Yeah, that's true. She does. She's got me.
Yeah, instead of doing a private jet, maybe start, flying commercial.
Take them out to Fire Island or Fire City or whatever it's called.
Fire Island, yeah.
Yeah.
Take them all on the ferry.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Good. Totally different. Ken Jack got suspended a game.
Did he?
For the trivia.
When was that announced?
It was just announced.
Did the dozen announce that? Pull
Doesn't
that up for me,
announced
please.
it. That's why I said it.
Get suspended?
Well, we have a cheating scandal in the dozen.
I watched it. I knew you were going to accuse him of it because
I didn't. I've said nothing. I've said nothing.
No, it's on Instagram. Dozen trivia on Instagram release.
All right.
Jeff was really saying he cheated?
There's
And
a
that there was a computer involved, and even if he didn't cheat, there can't be a computer involved.
How long is the suspension for? Do we know?
One game, I thought 10 rounds, I think.
One match.
10 rounds. It's not even a...
Oh, it might be one game. I don't know.
Marty doesn't know what a dozen is.
Yeah, I'm getting in after Super Bowl.
All right. Well, that's a very long one. I guess I'll read it. I'll just find it on my phone so I can read it because
After a thorough
just
review
refuses to
of
zoom in
the
right
allegations against Ken Jack from match 259, I've decided to suspend him based on a previous suspension levied against Captain Kant in Season 1 during the match of January. The suspension is as follows. Full
in the month of
muted.
January.
I can't see much either, right?
All right, I got it. The suspension is as follows: full muted supervision for the first 6 rounds.
Suspension, dummy.
Supervision?
What did I say?
You said supervision.
Okay. Full muted suspension for the first 6 rounds. Suspension also includes the bonus round. Must sit 2 feet away from his computer. Captain Cons was suspended 10 rounds due to multiple cheating allegations in Season 1. That's why we call them allegations. Captain Cons cheated. Because we're looking at trivia, Rico. Because we're looking at one question with Ken Jack, I figured 6 rounds plus the bonus round makes sense. Even if Ken Jack was just typing in a messaging app and not cheating, is acknowledged that not using your computers. I've acknowledged. I can't. My face is in. Whatever. You see it.
Yeah, you got suspended.
You definitely do not have supervision.
You can read that? That's supervision to me. It's all blurry to me.
Guys, it just goes to show you that all the cheating happens against the experts because it's our show and they know they have to cheat to beat us.
Did you lose?
Nope.
You won yesterday.
Won in spite of it. Yep.
You got so fucking lucky.
How'd we get lucky?
Yeah, I guess you get lucky.
I would have gotten J.J. Hickson. That flips 2 points right there. We wouldn't have gone to overtime.
Yeah, no, it was Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I
fair.
didn't get lucky. We're champions. I had the worst game
Well, you're
of
not
my life.
champions.
I had the worst game of my life. We are the defending Arizona Bowl champions. I'll have you know that. There's a trophy on my desk.
You guys also play every week.
No, we don't. We've played like 5 times.
Did you play this week?
No, we played like 5 times.
Did you play this week?
That's not every week, Klemmer.
Did you play last week?
No.
She did.
Who did we play against?
Me.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. We beat the shit out of you.
I hope I get to play you. And
Team Minahan, big match tonight.
You will never beat me at anything.
yes, I would.
Secondly, I understand there's a big trade to be announced in the dozen very, very soon.
Yeah.
It hasn't been announced yet. That's out there, right? I didn't just break any news.
No, trade.
The details of the
rumors
trade
are
have not been released.
But there is a trade coming very, very soon. Interesting. There's been a massive trade in the dozen. Announcement on Thursday. 2 teams with a huge shakeup. Both teams will be playing with 2 new players, 1 legacy team. There you go.
I'll be honest. When Jeff told me what was happening, I didn't even know this was possible. I didn't know you could just do trades.
Yeah, you can trade. You can quit. You can retire. You can declare free agency. It's all on the table.
Do you think cheating allegations will have implications down the line on Hall of Fame votes?
I think so. I do. I think some people are sullied. I think White Sox Dave is ineligible for a Hall of Fame. I think Captain Cons is ineligible for a Hall of Fame. And I think Ken Jack is certainly questionable at this point. I mean, obviously, I'm probably the first guy to go in the Hall of Fame. So
Certainly not.
definitely.
I didn't get a title first.
This is my show.
Well, if you have a chance,
You've never won
won
an
a big
MVP.
one.
You never won a title.
All right.
You can't even win one-on-ones.
That's enough,
It's
doesn't
been disproven you're not the best player.
What?
It's been proven, excuse me, that you're not the best player.
That was an exhibition match. That didn't count.
What have you won?
Smoked you. You haven't won any. You
won
won this little petty Arizona Bowl last
No
year.
one else gets to play
Won the
in.
Arizona Bowl when we didn't have a bowl game.
Play against like 2.
On the Arizona. It's on my desk. Do you want me to go get it? It has cacti on it. The trophy has cacti.
Everyone can compete in that though. Like
If you've got a big personality, you're invited to compete.
Can we talk about college basketball?
No.
The dozen is.
One more Hall of Fame thing, then we'll get to
All
your
right.
little college punk-ass college basketball shit. Any more people that are getting snubbed?
I'd like to talk quickly about the class next year.
Before you do that, Houston Street got a vote.
Yeah, that's fine with that.
Kobe Ellsbury got a vote.
Favor. That's fine. Ari Dickey got a vote.
All right, Dickey got a vote.
Torrey Hunter, by the way, almost got knocked off the ballot. He will stay on. I think 6.9% of the vote he got.
I think, isn't it better to get knocked off and get to the veterans committees and stuff earlier?
No, he needs to stay on as long as he can to build some sort of. I think.
All right, now,
Maybe
Andrew,
1 year I cut some steam.
Todd Helton was at 72%.
Yep.
You need 75%, right?
Yeah, Helton will get in next year.
Helton will get in next year. Andrew Jones will get close.
He'll get closer. He's building momentum. He will not get in next year.
He'll get in the year after, maybe?
No, the year after is Ichiro and Sabathia. The year after that is when it really opens up.
Don't you think these voters should have to talk to everybody why they're saying they shouldn't get in?
Hold on, you said Ichiro and Sabathia. You think
2 years down
Sabathia
the-
is automatic?
I don't know about automatic. He has 250 wins. Not many pitchers can say that anymore. He certainly has a higher case than most. He'll take a lot of attention. And then Ichiro.
I think if he wasn't first ballot, that'd be bullshit.
Sabathia? I
Yeah.
don't think Sabathia is a first ballot.
I think he
Hall of
is.
Famer.
He's one of the best pitchers of the last 20 plus years, easily.
No one gets 250 anymore. Verlander will, but that's
The 250s, that's what I was saying. 250 is a lot of
Oh,
wins.
Maybe he's the new 300.
I don't.
was
Sabathia was always a top 10 pitcher, but was he ever like the unquestioned top 3 pitcher?
Oh,
in the
when
league?
he got
Absolutely.
traded to the Brewers that one season,
Brewer
when
run.
That run was
He
one of the
turned
best starting pitching runs ever. He was
Prince
incredible.
Fielder at the plate too. He was hitting bombs.
And the first few years in the Yankees, he was very, very good.
I mean, what? Why wouldn't you vote for him? He won a World Series.
know, I'm
150 wins. Was a
why you're
dominant
here.
starter
This
for
is
a long
why
time.
you're here. And Ichiro, obviously, no doubt,
Sure,
first
a
ballot.
lock.
Even his rookie year, he went 17-5. I think. Like Sabathia was a very good to great pitcher for his entire career.
251 and 161, ERA of 374. That's pretty goddamn good. Career WAR?
I'd say 75.
No. 62.3, which does meet your threshold of 60 being a no-doubter.
Yeah, but not a first ballot. First ballot, I like to be like 75 or more.
Okay, well, then he's not a first
But I'd
ballot.
still vote for him.
You know what hurt him is he had a couple years in the Yankees where he was bad and then he got it together. Was much better at the end of his career.
His body failed him.
Yeah, he had two years where he really struggled.
Correct.
Knees and
and
everything.
then bounced back.
13 and 14, he was god-awful.
Yes, he was terrible. And
then-
then he figured it out.
15, he was bad.
You want to know what it was? It was when he lost weight. He was
Right.
shitty.
Wasn't he drinking?
It was that he lost weight. He was had problems with drinking. He put the weight back on, but he got sober, and he was very good.
He went 14-13, 3-4, 6-10, 9-12 over a 4-year stretch from age 32 to 35.
Talking about the end of his
at age 30.
He was good in the playoffs those years.
You let me say the goddamn thing I'm saying.
You've talked more than
at age 36, though.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
At age 36, he went 14-5 with a 3.69 ERA. At age 37, 9-7 with a 3.65 ERA, which is fantastic. Huh, how about that?
He was really good in the playoffs too for the Yankees those years.
Klemmer, I got a guy for you. Joe Mauer, first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, so he's in the ballot next year, right? So we have Adrian Beltre, who's a lock, right? His first ballot. It's not even a question, not even worth debating. Joe Mauer is interesting. For me, I'd vote for him. I don't think he gets in the first ballot. I think Adrian Beltre is going to take some of that attention away, but he won 3 batting titles, led the league on base percentage twice. Was one of the greatest catchers. I think he should be a first ballot. I don't know if he will be.
Him and Posey probably, in my mind, are no doubt.
Posey didn't hit the 2,000 hit threshold, which I know maybe it shouldn't matter, but it does to the voters. The last time, like I said, 75 Ralph Kiner's the last time they voted for anyone who had under 2,000 hits. Now catchers are different, but
Joe Mauer.
Catchers have completely changed. Joe Mauer's the last, like obviously Yadier Molina, but
and Posey.
Can I just say, Joe Mauer wins above replacement, 55.2. Career batting average, 306. Career home runs, 143. Career hits, 2,123.
His on base was 388, though, right? I just wrote a blog about it.
His on base percentage for his career was No, you're wrong. It's 388.
Is that what I said?
Yeah, but I wanted you to be wrong.
Okay.
He led the league in on base percentage twice, OPS once. Okay.
Now, I guess the knock on him was he was a failure in the playoffs, right? He didn't hit a home run. Every time the Twins went there, they lost in the first round. But I mean, how much can you? I mean, I don't like that.
Baseball.
That's just the Twins.
I give.
They've been doing that far after he's gone too.
they did, yeah.
All right. You can leave if you'd like.
All right.
Or you can stay.
I'll stay. Maybe.
God damn it!
I mean, I can contribute. Who knows?
Fuck.
No one knows college basketball like me.
Who played Syracuse last night?
I have no idea.
Last night, North Carolina played Syracuse. Are you giving me a hint? Tell me to read an ad? I will.
Yeah, I got you another ad.
After we talk, how many do I have? 1 or 2?
Yeah, just 1.
Okay. Well, I'll get to it after we talk North Carolina and Syracuse. I'm watching North Carolina and Syracuse. I have no action on the game just because I find games at Syracuse basketball to be beautiful. It's a beautiful uniform matchup, and it was just awesome. I turned it on. It was like 64-63 going into the final media timeout. Going to watch it. First of all, Jim Boeheim should have retired 5 years ago. Secondly,
and he killed a guy.
Secondly, it's a close game. Syracuse is winning by 1. And Syracuse's little white guard, decided to save the ball under his basket in one of the dumber plays I've ever seen in my life. He's diving out of bounds, and he throws it right to a North Carolina guy who gets what turned out to be a game-winning layup. Then, down 1, Syracuse comes down the court. They give it to a freshman whose only skill is really just running to the basket as hard as he can. Sometimes he scores, sometimes he doesn't. He gets in the lane, and he tries to pull the ball up to shoot it, and as he does that, he makes contact with the North Carolina guy in the face. It's called an offensive foul, which it was an offensive foul. I agree. Hubert Davis says, "Hey, look at that, because I'm a big bitch and I just have to make the refs win games for me." He says, "Go look at that," and they go look at it and they call it a flagrant foul. I don't think trying to shoot and hitting somebody in the face as you're doing so should ever be a flagrant foul.
How is that? But like,
it's not a bad point, Marty.
It's a basketball play.
It's okay. It's a basketball play. Yes, it's a basketball play.
Yeah,
it's a basketball play. That shouldn't be a
No, I was saying for him, for the call, like even when it's an accident, a basketball play, they will call it. As opposed to what he was talking about yesterday.
But this was a pure
celebration.
You see how and why he accidentally elbowed him in the face. He's going up to gather for a shot. How is that a flagrant foul? I understand by the chat's going, this guy's an idiot. By letter of the rule, it's a flagrant foul. Yes, what I'm talking about is the rule is fucked up.
But
no, I agree. Trust me, I almost got fucked. I agree with you.
Yeah, me and Big Av had Syracuse plus 4.5. They should have never been that close. But I think that no matter, that is such a pivotal time of the game as well. That's where I gave the Duke thing. Okay, listen, I don't think Duke should win on a flagrant. I would take it 1,000%, but If you don't want to deter the game, I don't think you call that. You already called a foul there. Why call a flagrant?
I don't know. Yeah, you end the game. They ended the game.
It's done. Yeah.
So I didn't watch it. Once he started making the free throws, I turned it because I didn't have any action on it. So what happened was, okay, so North Carolina's up 1. They get 2 shots in the ball. They make one of those shots, and then they make both of the second shot. So they're up 4.
Yep.
Syracuse comes down, tries to score, doesn't. Carolina gets fouled with 0.8 seconds left. They're up 4. They get fouled with 0.8 seconds left, and they go to the line, and the spread's 4.5. And they missed both free throws?
And and
they both were like in and out too.
I usually do videos for that. I had a video I was in shock because I was getting to be so mad that we're about to lose that, and I was like, you know what, I'm taking this win and not even saying anything.
Well, it was this literally a second before he commits what they call flagrant foul. If you're a Syracuse bettor, the money's like in your pocket already,
dude.
Like the sequence it took for them to lose was crazy.
Should have won the game.
They literally were up 2 with like 45 seconds left and almost didn't cover.
Are you
4.5
gonna get into now? Is it college basketball time for you now?
Oh yeah, it's college.
Like there's not even games on Saturday. There's football. There's 3 football games left.
TCU is a wagon.
Really,
yeah, I was looking
really
at the
good.
spreads yesterday. Can I admit to something on the show? And I will take the loss for my record. When I got home and I went in to bet Missouri and Ole Miss, it had switched to Missouri being favored by 2.5. I bet Missouri.
Oh, I didn't know it switched.
Yeah, it flopped.
It flopped big.
No, that's fine.
And when it flopped big, I switched it. I'll take the loss on the record, but I can show you the ticket.
No, yeah.
But I was I had to in the Missouri. But I was noticing your bets.
I took Oklahoma money.
You liked Oklahoma money line.
Loved it.
TCU was up at about 40.
Yeah.
Oh, a million.
Well, the thing is, TCU just I'm big on the TCU's coming off a huge wins, and Oklahoma's that just frisky team. TCU at the beginning of the year was looked at as like, holy shit, TCU's going to be unbelievable this year. Then they struggled, but they were hurt, and they have hit a stride where they are a Final Four team. They are really fucking good, and Dykes is
Great
coach.
They have a great team. Honestly, for me, I've been Oklahoma too. For me, the Big 12.
Who's their coach?
Jamie Dixon.
Dykes Dixon.
Right.
Jamie Dixon.
If they got a Dykes for both teams.
Dykes Dixon.
They I just like these Big 12 teams. Like if you're going to give me like 6.5, I'll almost take it every time anywhere with almost any team because I just think they're all that good.
Top 3 basketball movies, Klemmer, go.
Hoosiers. Hoop Dreams. Does that count?
No.
I don't know what that is.
It's a documentary. And the Will Ferrell movie's pretty solid, right?
Coach Carter.
Semi-pro?
Yeah, it's all right. What am I forgetting?
Oh, my God.
Coach Carter's got to be over that.
First of all, you're forgetting Blue Chips. You're forgetting He Got
Chips is
Game.
great.
You're
He
forgetting
Got Game, great.
You're forgetting Above the Rim. You're forgetting White Man Can't Jump.
I haven't. White Man Can't Jump. I haven't seen it in forever. That's one we should cover.
We're going to cover all of them.
You ever see that really bad Martin Lawrence?
Rebound, great one.
I love that movie.
Very.
Like, it's a bad movie, but
Goggles?
it's a great movie. Yeah, it's awesome.
There are some good basketball movies, but I think basketball has the highest amount of bad.
Not many.
What? Not bad?
No, good basketball movies. We named
I'd
it.
say there's 5 or 6 good basketball
I
movies.
think the worst, I mean,
There's like movies like The Sixth Man with Kadeem Hardison as
The Wayans?
host. Yeah, there's Celtic Pride when they kidnapped
Dan Aykroyd
Lance.
and Daniel Stern.
that's an unbelievable movie.
It's the worst movie I've ever seen.
Oh, I love that.
There's Eddie when Whoopi Goldberg
Goldberg's the
becomes the Knicks coach.
I realize I love bad movies. What's the best sport? Who has the best sports movies? Like what's
Baseball easily.
by
baseball?
far.
Yeah.
And boxing.
Friday Night Lights is just so good that
best. It's
There's
the best
not that
one.
many
There's
good football
not.
movies.
There's not.
It's
I watched-
hard. It takes a lot.
I watched that Kurt Warner one.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
It's pretty good.
It was okay.
I watched on the plane.
Is it on Netflix?
I don't know. I watched on the plane.
Perfect plane movie.
Yeah, it is. It really is a perfect plane movie.
Yeah, okay. You think boxing stands up to baseball?
Yeah. Well, boxing has the 2 best picture winners, right? You got
Rocky and Raging Bull?
no, Raging Bull didn't win.
Oh, what's the other one?
Cinderella
$1
Man.
Million Baby.
$1 Million Baby is great. Cinderella Man's a great movie.
Oh, well, yes, it's funny you bring that up because I've been trying to get him to watch that and he won't do it.
It's a movie about. It's a podcast about rewatchable movies. I've never seen.
It's not about rewatch movies, it's about sports movies.
It's called The Recrotchable.
It's called not rewatchables, recrotchables.
Cinderella Man, one of my favorite. That's a
Really good, right?
Great movie.
Very good movie.
Really good.
Great Russell Crowe performance.
Watched it many times.
Yeah, it's
Well,
really
if you are in, you gotta tell me how to watch it.
but you You get your TV on, and then you find where it's playing, and you watch it. It's not hard, Brandon. It's easier than ever to watch movies.
You have an Apple
There's
TV?
probably somewhere on YouTube or something you could buy it for like a few bucks.
Who's older now?
Tell me which streaming service has it for free.
Just Google it. This isn't fucking hard. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Like a married couple.
They are. They definitely are.
Why are you hollering at me in front of them?
Because you're yelling at me.
I didn't yell.
You did yell.
I'm just asking.
I only yelled.
I'm just asking.
Marty knows I don't.
No.
Wait, how often do I yell in the office?
sitting
Very
at-
rarely.
when we're
It's
sitting
only
at-
because he's an asshole.
When we're sitting at your desk, you're as nice as you can be to me. But when you get in front of Marty and Ev, all of a sudden
You're rude to me all the time.
You want to showboat.
I'm not sure.
Oh, look at me! I'm a big bad man.
I yelled
I'm a
at
big
you.
bad man. I'm going to yell at Brandon. But when we're in the privacy of our own desk over there, you're just as sweet as you can.
When we're playing baseball sporkles, you're very nice to me. The second you're around other people, you become an asshole to me.
Because I'm carrying you on those baseball sporkles.
Before you read that ad, I want to tell everybody that I am joining the ladder challenge. Eba, what's the name of the podcast that started it?
Call Your Shot Pod, I think, is, I believe, the kid that took off the most.
Call Your Shot Pod. I guess I saw it from him. I definitely saw it on TikTok, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this because I tried it a while ago, but I didn't really do the numbers. I just remember I was going to try and do 10 days in a row.
Yeah, I think you made it through one.
I made it through a couple of days, and I got upset. I'm going to do it until I get it. I swear
So explain
to you.
to me what that is.
So today I start with a $10 bet.
Okay.
And every day you just keep doubling it. So tomorrow, if I win, I bet $20.
Yeah.
Then 40, then 80, and then I start to
Right.
figure out what the numbers are after that.
Okay.
But it's just whenever I get to 10K, I win. So it's like I think it's technically 11 days I have to do it in a row. I'm going to because it's $10 because people are doing $100 to 1.6 million. I can't afford 100 and keep losing and doing it again.
Well, once you lose, it's over.
No, I'm
Right?
gonna keep reset.
Start over.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna reset until I get the 10.
Oh yeah, you can keep $10. You lose, start over, fine. $100.
Yeah, $100. If you keep restarting, it could be a long couple times. But do you think how many days under days you think it will take me?
To do what?
To
Get to
finish
10K.
it.
You'll never pass 3 days.
Oh man.
See, the problem is like, think about it. It could take you months. You get like 7, 8 in a row, and it's still not enough. Like, that's
it will be
demoralizing.
electric though if I get to like 2K and it's like, all right, if we get to 4K and then
Yeah, but you're not gonna. You probably wouldn't. I would. I would start getting antsy if I got to like 2K. I'd be like, that's enough for me. I'll just.
Oh, no,
I'll just.
yeah.
I'll just
Now, if you're doing a challenge, you got to go with it. You got to go.
If I feel like we can all rally around me at one point, you know.
But you want to know
Yeah. If I know anything about everybody around here, we're gonna rally around you.
you want to know what happened to Marty? It'll be like that last day. It'll be like where he needs to put like the 5K bet to get 10K. It's gonna be like a shitty college basketball Friday slate.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be like Maryland, like East
Yeah.
Shore,
Or like
something it's gonna be like no games,
Or
but you
what-
can't skip a day.
And you know what else? His DMs are going to start getting inundated with. He's going to have paralysis by analysis because he's going to get 38 picks from DMs. He's going to love all of them.
Yep.
No, but then also like when my bet like might hit 10K,
Yeah.
like Glennie Balls will like kiss Britney Spears or something, and no one will care. Like something will happen where it's like,
All right, this episode.
ooh,
It's a good start.
Go ahead, show off for everybody. Show off. Just
All right,
mean
I'd like to amend
Mean
my
to me.
my semi-pro and put Teen Wolf in instead.
No. First of all, that's not a basketball movie. That
It
has
is.
basketball in it. That's not a basketball movie. Is Naked Gun a baseball movie?
I think Teen Wolf's more a basketball movie than Naked Gun.
Is Naked Gun a baseball
have
movie?
you
No.
never seen Semi Pro?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Teen Wolf's better.
It's a great movie.
It's not a great movie.
Where when that guy wins the full court shot, when he's like, "Where do I cash this? Go to the big bank store, the big check store."
I
Unbelievable.
by that time, the bloom
Fight a
was off,
bear?
the bloom was off the rose for Will Ferrell when he did the skating movie.
Blades of Glory.
Yeah, and then the semi-pro, I was like, eh.
What's the food for all these people?
What?
Oh, easy.
For all
That's
these
easy.
people, Jackie.
I only watched it once.
Corn dogs.
Corn dogs, Jackie. Corn,
Corn
dogs.
dogs.
For all these people.
Can't afford it.
These are the,
Me and Big Ev have the
these are the
same movie
simplest two
taste.
people in the world.
It's corn dogs.
Pick up that.
What is it, Father Pat? He's the ref.
I'm gonna kill your family, Father Pat.
I see literally under his ref uniform, he's got the fucking like the priest.
And when they do an alley-oop, foul. 2 fouls. I don't know what that is.
Never seen alley-oop.
This episode brought to you by Optimizers. By Optimizers, if you're looking for the newest cutting-edge products to push your brain and body to the outer limits of what's possible, then you should stop what you're doing and check out Nootopia, the most powerful bespoke nootropics on the market today. Really should have taken it this morning. These nootropic stacks are taking the industry by storm. Stop staring at me. The way you stare, it's like somebody's
paying attention to the ad read.
Knives in my face.
I'm trying to learn about this product.
These nootropic stacks are taking the industry by storm because they're safe, legal, and highly effective. Hey, well, you're gonna.
I'm not staring at you.
Drill a hole in that desk.
What do you want me to do?
Every stack was formulated by a man who's the most advanced brain chemist and nootropics formulator alive today. Even better, every formula is customized for you based on your strengths, weaknesses, and goals, so you get exactly what you need. Taking the right formulas at the right times can help you focus intensely, block out distractions, reduce stress and anxiety, enhance your creativity, boost your memory, and a whole lot more. You'll be amazed how quickly they work. Within 15 to 30 minutes, you should begin to feel and notice the mental effects. Oh, and here's the best part. These formulas come with a full 1-year guarantee, so there's zero risk for you to try them yourself. Here's the deal. If you feel like you're not fully maximizing your potential, Big F, both personally and professionally, Klemmer, then you owe it to yourself to try Nootopia's formulas. Simply go to Nootopia.com/picks. Use code PICKS to receive 10% off any order. Again, that's Nootopia, NOOTOPIA.com/picks. Ebo, Arya, Za, do y'all get distracted because TJ, who's moved on to bigger and better things than this show, is just in there hovering over you as like some old student who shows up? He's been in college 3 years.
Absolutely.
But he shows up to the high school and be like, "Oh, I used to walk through these halls."
He misses it a little
Goes
bit.
to homeroom.
By the way, why do college students do that?
Oh, it's.
I think I did that. I did that when I was in.
Of course, you go to the whole. Oh, I
back to the high school and walk around. Oh, I remember when I was.
It's like you were here last year, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just go get him a chair in there. Maybe you can take your seat.
TJ, I would love for TJ to come take my seat right
It's
now.
like the kid that comes back and is now a
I got
substitute
another
teacher.
thing to say about TJ. Marty, let's me and you have this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that TJ was named to the Rutgers Fan Hall of Fame a couple of months ago?
Yes, I did.
Do you know that yesterday Rutgers had a 20-point win over Penn State? You know, TJ, the Hall of Fame fan, was not there.
He a lot of games. He I think you've only been to one game, right?
Nah,
There with you?
one game. This is a top 20 team.
No, he's given up. He got in the Hall of Fame. He's done.
This is a big time. He got what he wanted. Now all of a sudden he's not going to games.
Man, I have a job.
Yeah, but you were done at like what time did we get done with the Yak here?
I left the office at 12:30 this morning.
Yeah, I was watching the Hall of Fame
Playing video
announcement.
games.
That seems.
No, he was not. I was watching the Hall of Fame announcement, and he was
Not
still
everybody
working.
can leave at 5 p.m. now because they canceled
Yeah.
their
By the
daily
way,
call-in
TJ.
show.
By the way, TJ.
Oh, you canceled the show?
No. By the way, TJ. You had a job when you earned your Hall of Fame resume, and you were going to all the games then.
I will say that the team is defeated. They haven't won this year with a Barstool employee in the building, so I'm not trying to jinx the team.
I'm going one more time, and I'm 0. Am I 0-2 or 0-3?
You're over.
Yeah,
We lost once with Marty and I in the building, and we lost once with Rico in the building. So
Is he still a Barstool employee?
No.
I think so. He's doing college basketball interviews again.
Oh, did you see Zach Edey? He looks like Giant Owen.
No, it's Zach Edey.
He does look like Giant Owen. Wow.
Zach Edey told me that he was going to do my podcast because I keep calling him too tall, and that's why he's good. And you know what? I respect that.
Facts are facts, though.
Hey, and Hunter needs to beat him on Thursday. If he doesn't beat Hunter, basically says he's going to dummy Edey.
Who's your favorite center in college basketball right now?
I don't know anyone. I don't know anything about college
You know
basketball.
anything
football.
about? You know what? You're a piece of shit. I know everything you're doing at work, and you don't know.
I know Hunter Dickinson.
There you go. That's your favorite center.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know he's a center, but yeah, I know him.
There you go.
Oh,
See?
I only know him because of Marty. Because Marty and I talk. You call me a piece of shit. We have nice conversations every day.
I talk way highly of you, not in front of your face.
Okay. Thanks. Cool.
You got a wife, right?
I do.
Be careful.
Nothing to do.
Just be careful. All right. Where are we at? What events should try to emulate the 16th hole at the Waste Management Open?
Yeah. Like what event in sports could use like a spruce up like that, where you just make it fun?
You know what sport? I think tennis. Tennis should have more rowdy crowds. Tennis.
I like that.
Tennis is always shushing the crowd, and tennis is always players always say, "Oh, he said something to me in the 8th row right there." Tennis should have an event where it's just all no holds barred. Just let it go.
Have you guys watched a little bit of the documentary on the new tennis one?
I haven't.
Nick Kyrgios.
No.
It's pretty good. Like it's talking about that. Like he was yelling at someone in his swing or whatever. But like no other sport besides golf. I mean, like bowling would be electric if everyone was on the lanes and you're just fucking screaming at the guy.
Dude, I always thought bowling should have fans sitting on both lanes beside all the way down.
Yeah. Oh my God. Can you imagine?
That'd be so much better.
Just if it was Waste Management, they'd probably like start jumping on the lane and shit.
I think it's bowling. I think bowling could take off if they had just a rowdy crowd on both sides of the lane.
It'd be incredible if it was just one lane and everyone around that. Fucking incredible.
Okay.
Bowling used to be on TV all the time. Remember bowling was on TV all the time?
I'm not as old as you.
I think it was on Sundays outside of football season.
Duke,
right? Like syndicated channels and stuff.
Wasn't one of the bowlers named Duke?
Chris Paul was big into bowling at one point. He had like his own little thing going.
Mookie Betts is a big bowler.
He is.
Who's the guy that said?
You know who I am?
Yeah.
Or something.
Pete Weber.
Yeah, Pete Weber.
Pete Weber.
There was definitely a Duke. There was a Van something too. I don't know. Helton was 11 votes short. Okay. Billy Wagner. Did he ever get in?
I think he will get in. I think he has the highest strikeout to 9 inning ratio of anyone who has 900 innings or more. He's absolutely dominant. Just didn't have any postseason success. I would vote for him.
Gary Sheffield, 55%. Does he ever get in?
ED guy, no.
Who playing right now is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Like Trout,
Yep.
Clayton Kershaw, Max Scherzer, Justin Verlander,
Cabrera. Yachty.
Potentially Shohei. If
Yachty's not playing anymore.
I'm bet that's right.
Pujols, I mean, obviously would be, but
Aaron Judge.
Not yet. The Judge's career started too late. That's what didn't get.
Judge is so sneaky old, man.
Yeah, he'll get in. I'm sure, like a Ralph Kiner situation, but it might take a while. He might not even finish with 450 home runs.
Oh, if he gets 59 again,
if he just gets hurt again, he gets hurt. He's too giant.
He's too giant.
He's got over 110 and just
when guys are too big, they get hurt all the time.
2 seasons alone.
2 seasons alone, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
When he's healthy, 110 home runs in two.
I feel like we're missing an obvious one, but that's
sure we are.
Oh, we definitely are.
Yeah, because we're so.
Like I mean, like I'm sure like Juan Soto is going to be in it at some point.
But
the third was
Machado. Arenado.
Yeah, Arenado probably. Arenado's going to take a little while.
Goldschmidt.
Is Votto first ballot?
Not first ballot. I think he's going to take a little while to get in.
What sport has the
vote for him.
collection of young players right now? I think it's NBA because it's obviously easier to go because it's 18-year-olds go there. But
it's hard to say. NFL with the quarterbacks right now is just in a place they've never been in.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable the young quarterbacks that are in the NFL right now. I didn't even get to the top 10 draft, but have you seen Kuiper's draft?
No, not yet.
Talk about it tomorrow.
Wait, say it.
I know Levis is starting to get some ridiculous.
Will Levis number 5.
It's just disgusting.
Number 1, Jalen Carter from Georgia. Number 2, C.J. Stroud. Number 3, Will Anderson. Number 4, Bryce Young to the Colts. 5, Will Levis to the Seahawks.
All right, so the only thing that makes me feel better is that he's after those two. Because I just think those two are just clearly better.
Number 9,
I've seen it.
What?
Anthony Richardson from Florida.
Wow.
Oh,
but he's not the only one I've seen in that exact 9 slot.
Can I tell you something?
I was watching a Yahoo one.
You draft Richardson at 9, just shut the doors.
I'd rather Anthony Richardson than Levis.
I'd shut the doors on both of them. I think they're both shut the doors.
I swear to God, I think I'd rather have Richardson than Levis too.
I don't think
There's a higher ceiling there, yeah.
I just have
Levis.
And I know like he's a Barstool guy, like it's not personal. Just what I see on the field, I just don't see it. I just don't see it.
Is it just like his build? Like they like his build? Like
That's all it is. He
has a great arm.
Yeah,
They just love that.
But when he got on the field against SEC teams, that great arm didn't do a goddamn thing. Like, anyway, picks.
I have a pick.
Wilson?
You have a pick?
I do.
Well, lead us off today.
Sure. Mike Trout is plus 600 to win the AL MVP. He's won 3. You got to figure plus 600 means he wins like one every 6 years. So I mean, I like that.
January 25th.
No, I'm a baseball guy.
ELA.
It's a future.
Everybody love everybody.
Yeah, I think plus 600 is good value for Mike Trout.
Trade a washer and dryer for
It's a good pick.
All right.
It's a good pick.
For a point guard.
Are y'all just talking about the basketball movie?
Traded a washer and dryer for a point guard.
I did like Andre 3000 in that movie. And Woody Harrelson.
Coffee
Harrelson.
I think Woody Harrelson should be in every
That's
movie.
Ed Monix. Coffee
Monix
Black.
is sick too. He was good.
Yeah, he's a ball player. He's got a ring.
Well, Billy Hoyle was a ball player.
When they come in 4th place and it's like the electric.
Bush, quickly.
Huh?
Your picks?
Yelly. Are they coming up or no?
He likes Xavier.
UCF.
Say Xavier.
I got a lot of dogs early. West Virginia, USF, Pitt -3, Maryland -5, Nebraska was 2.5, Providence -10, and Louisville, baby, 9.5. They're the worst team in college basketball, but we're taking them tonight.
All right, you, Big F.
You got Minnesota +10, the Johnnies +11. I think UConn, they're starting to bounce back. UConn -6.5, Nebraska +2.5, and West Virginia Texas Tech over 139.
Y'all just don't learn. You just don't learn. Let me
What?
do it. Today.
It didn't hit the other day.
It did?
Against,
Yeah, it hit.
there was one it lost recently, though. The one
Wow, your
before it
record's
lost.
bad, bro.
Xavier plus, you're ugly. Xavier plus
How
6.5.
are you?
Mississippi State, agreed. Mississippi State, Bama under 141.5. I do worry here because Bama might score 80. And then Thunder -1.
Amoni Bates last night scored 29 points in a row, and they lost.
Yeah.
And LeBron scored 47 points last night, and they got blown out.
Mike Trout plus 600. Go get it.
When's he going to break the record?
I think this year probably.
Seems
No, I know this year,
Yeah,
but is it like coming up very soon?
soonish.
He only needs a few hundred points, right? Or am I off?
No, it's soonish because I keep seeing
This
what's
year.
his name is getting upset about it. Like he doesn't want him to.
Oh, Kareem's always been.
Yeah, Kareem like doesn't want him to pass it.
He's always been a dick. Doing a lot less games too. So
And he'll still probably play for like 3-4 more years.
He's going to play till at least Bronny plays.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're playing on
I'll
the
forget
same-
that.
Right.
Bronny's like a 4-star, but he's a.
Nah, he's
Oh,
he's-
no,
he's-
no.
Some team's
Brings it up
it's
now.
gonna be a
No,
package deal.
Ronnie's good.
Yeah, but he's like a top 25 college prospect.
Yeah,
like-
top like yeah. Top
Doesn't
like
matter
50.
though.
Not LeBron.
He's top
It
50.
doesn't matter. Someone's gonna get him just
Oh,
to
he
get LeBron.
got into top like 30.
I've
Okay,
seen, I've seen a few.
Yak is up next.
He's gotten like a lot. I heard the other kid